What's going on, guys, and welcome back to this week's Bourbon of the Week. This is going to be our last episode for September, where we're doing something a little bit different rather than our normal reviews. My name's Chris. I'm going to be your host for today. Make sure you click that subscribe button down below. We just got past our 1,000 mark, and we're going to do a 1,000 drawing giveaway pretty soon, so you're going to want to make sure that you're a part of that. We have the 1920, we have the 1910, the 1897, and the Statesman here. We have our flight board, which has the numbers written on it, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And we also have this piece of paper for Marissa. She's going to come down and pour these up for us so we can do it blind. 1910, 1920, 1897, and Statesman. She just has to put the glass that she put it in, put that on the particular spot on our flight board, and then we're going to try these out and see where they fall. Let's do this.
Hello, everyone. This looks interesting. There's a lot of things happening here. Okay, I have my list. There's numbers on here. I'm supposed to match it up. Okay, what is this? Okay, you can see what that says on it. So let me pour this one first. Alright guys, so here's what we came up with. Hopefully you can see that. So everything's correct. I'm just gonna hide it for Chris so he can't peek. So we got it folded up here. I'm gonna put my lovely little Phillies coaster on top. Really make sure he can't see that. Good luck. Should be a fun one. I might have poured them a little too much.
Alright, and we're back. This is cute. Look at how she's got that all. Look at us. That's all set up. We got our list right here. We got our drinks right here. Let's see. Does she spin this around or anything? So 1 is here. 4 is here. This is perfect. We got our bottles here. Grab my chair. Alright, since we're doing this blind, I'm just going to tell you a few facts as we go about Old Forester. Now, we've already, if you want to, check out the Old Forester review on either the 86 proof or the 1897 to get an idea of exactly what Old Forester has to offer, but these are Brown-Forman products. Big fan of Brown-Forman. If you've seen any of my stuff on Brown-Forman before, you know that I do like what they're putting out. Now, these are some hefty pours, and it is late, so let's see if we finish all of these tonight. Probably not. The good thing about these is they're all generally in the same range of price. They range from the 1920 is a $60 bottle, the Statesman and the 1910 are both $55 bottles, and then the 1897 is a $50 bottle. So we're in that price range as far as price goes. Now, 1910 is 93 proof. The 1897 is a bottled in bond, so we know that's 100 proof. The Statesman is a 95 proof, and then the 1920 is our 115 proof. So I think I should be able to pick these out as far as proof alone. At least I would hope the 115 proof compared to the 93 proof. The 100 and the 115 might be a little tough, and the 93 and the 95 are definitely going to be a little bit tough. They are all non-age stated, and they are all 72% rye. No, sorry, 72% corn, 18% rye, leaving us with the 10% malted barley. So let's get right into this. Let's start with number 1 right over here. Everybody knows before we get started, time for the traditional sip. Not 115 proof. Can't be. If that's 115 proof, I will be damn impressed, because that is, first of all, it's delicious. It seems lighter on the taste side of things, but as far as all 4 of these go, let's start just right at the top, 1920. Right on the website, it tells you that this is going to be dark caramel, graham crackers, and like a malty nuttiness, which is almost what you get from like a Jim Beam product. This doesn't seem like it has too much graham cracker in this. Not really any nuttiness going on there. Maybe a little bit. Now, these are all the same mash bill, which would make me believe, right, that they're all the same product, maybe just different ages. Again, non-age stated. And then obviously different proofs. But to me, I always was curious how much things differ across one actual line. Now, obviously, from their bottom shelf stuff to their top shelf stuff, it's going to be different. But I don't know, like, these always gave me a real big cherry bomb, too, especially the 1920. They don't even mention cherries on their website. But I always get a real big cherry bomb with this. But that's number 1. Let's get right into number 2 here. Going to try and keep this short and simple. Which one's the best? That's all we're really trying to figure out. That doesn't seem like 115 proof either. I'm hoping one of these get to 115 proof on the taste wise. So skipping over from 1920 to 1910, they tell you it's like an oatmeal raisin or like a milk chocolate on their website, which again, we're going to go through all 4, sip once each real quick, and then we'll come back and try and dissect if any of these actually match up with the notes that they give us on the website. Next would technically be, in my opinion, when I sat down to do this before I did it blind, I was thinking, just to give you a heads up. By the way, click pause right now, and you tell me, click pause, well, don't click it yet. Once I'm done with this sentence, click pause. Put in the comments what you think this is going to be before you watch the video, whether it's mine or what you personally think it's going to be before you watch the video. And then at the end of the video, comment on your comment and see if you were right or not. Because right now, if I clicked pause and I saw this video, I would say 1920, 1910, Statesman, 1897. But also, we have only reviewed the 1897, and if you don't know, I do basically a giveaway once a month on my channel. When I do review a bottle, I'll put a picture on my Instagram. You can go on and try and guess the score that I'm going to give it. If you guess the closest, I give you a shout out on the channel as well as enter you in a monthly drawing. So since I haven't reviewed 3 of these, and I guarantee you I will at one point, this is going to give you a really good indication of where they may fall on the list. So let's get into number 3 here. Statesman. Supposed to have like a buttery leather, pepper, and citrus coming with the Statesman. I always make this weird noise when I drink. All right. That seems a little bit higher proof than these 2. Also, doesn't seem like my favorite, which makes me believe that it's the 18... Now, again, the 1897 was good. It did very well. I forget exactly what the score is. I think it was in the 8s somewhere, but it did very well. So none of these are going to be bad by any means. It's just a matter of which one's better than which. And last but not least, we have the 1897. Again, I don't know which order these are in. I'm just giving you facts along the way. This is supposed to give you like a vanilla coffee dark fruit note. I'm just trying to get these flavor profiles in my head while I drink these. See if I can pick any of them out as I go, but we're not that great at that. That seems like the highest proof. That's got to be the 115 proof, but I'm not positive. I'm also now 3 drinks. I didn't drink that much, so I can't say I'm 3 drinks deep. That seems like the hottest one. Now, for 115 proof, if that is, that still drinks fantastic. And this again is the 115 is the 1920. That's supposed to give me like dark caramel notes like that. Graham cracker, they said. Let's see if we can get that. Since I think this is the 115 proof, it definitely hits the hardest on the nose as far these 2. This got to be Statesman and Statesman and 1910 have to be these 2. They're just so easy drinking, so smooth at 93 and 95 proof. My guess is that one of those is those. One of those is those. Does that make sense? Definitely a good cherry note. Definitely a dark fruit note. I don't get too much malty nuttiness on this, which is weird because when they put these flavor profiles on their website, I don't really know if the blending process really gives them that much different of a flavor, if they're using the same mash bill, and the aging process and I guess how long it's aged. You would expect the 1920 to be aged the longest. So that might bring out more of those dark caramel notes rather than like a light flavor or anything like that. Because these 2 have a lighter flavor, which not only lends itself to being a lower proof, but also lends itself to being a younger age. But that's still fantastic. Even if it is 115 proof, does not sip like 115 proof. I didn't even make a face. I don't even make a, like you get that like burned out, nothing. None of that here. Let's go back 1. So in my first sip across the board, my guess is this is the 1920. This would be the bottled and bond, which would give us the 1897. This and this are up in the air still on the Statesman versus the 1910. But let's see here. We're going to see which one's which. We're going to guess which one's which, and then we're also going to give you which one's my favorite. Here we go. One more time through. We'll try and guess which one's which, and then maybe we'll do one more sip and try and guess which one's my favorite. See, after drinking that, this is the tough thing about drinking blinds across the board with different proofs and stuff like that. This sipped a little bit hotter, and then you drink this one, and then when you come back to this one, you're like, damn, that's easy. That is smooth. Because the 115 proof really knocks down, if this is the 100 proof, if this is the bottled and bond, you just can really tell a difference off the rip here. But now last week, I compared Old Tub to Special Reserve, Weller Special Reserve. So don't take my word on any of this. I'm no expert when it comes to these tasting notes. Trying to get better though, which is why we're doing videos like this. Yeah, that's so easy to drink. And another thing that this will teach me is maybe one of these is the 115 proof. You know, I kind of got my mind set on this one, but maybe one of these is 115 proof, and that just goes to show you that maybe if it is a little bit older, again, being non-age stated, it's going to be hard to tell, but maybe if it is a little bit older, then that's really going to tell you that, you know, age can kind of, sweetness and age can kind of overcome a proof difference. And maybe this is the 100 proof, and it's just because it's the 1897, because it's a little bit younger aged or something like that, it drinks a little bit hotter. But with Brown-Forman being behind this, I don't suspect that that's the case. I think that they're going to be pretty good at figuring out how to mellow these out without taking away from the flavor profile. So this is back to number one. This is still a toss-up between the Statesman and the 1910. Let's see what we think this one is. By the way, I love this flight board. Absolutely fantastic. This cannot be 115 proof. I'll be very, very surprised if this is 115 proof. I'll also be very surprised if this is 115 proof. So these are my guesses that this is the bottled and bond, okay? This is the 1910 bottled and bond. Sorry, I've been messing this up the whole time. This is the 1910, not the whole time. This is the 1910, no. This is the 1897, yes, bottled and bond, I was right. This is the 1897 bottled and bond. This is the 1920 115 proof. That's my guess. Then this is the 93 proof 1910, and this is the Statesman, is where I'm at right now. I might switch that though. Let's try one more time. Then we'll unconfuse you since there's so many numbers in my head right now. 93 proof, 95 proof. One is supposed to be oatmeal raisin. One is supposed to be buttery leather with pepper. That one doesn't seem to have any pepper. No real like heat, cinnamon, anything like that. Where that one does. That one's got to be the buttery pepper, right? That one's got, it's got a little bit of a kick to it. So I'm going to guess that this is the Statesman, right? We'll just put these here. Ready? This is my guess. I'll stand up so you can see me. Statesman here, right? This was the 1920, the 115 proof, okay? The bottled and bond was next to that. And then the Old Forester 1910. Those are my guesses. So we're going to open this up. We're going to see which is which. And then we're going to tell you my favorites. Or should I tell you my favorites first? I'll tell you my favorites first. Move these a little bit so you get a better view. I don't know which one's which yet. I do think the 1920 is the best one if this is the 1920. So we're going to say 4 is my favorite. Then I'm going to go, what was this? This is the 1897. This is the bottled and bond. I think this drink's a little hot for 100 proof. Because when I first had this, I was like, I don't think it's quite 115, but 100 proof, it drinks a little hot. Flavor profile on this Statesman is delicious. I don't think it's quite as good as the 1910. I almost want it to be this way. So I'm gonna hope that I'm right. Because if these are off, and I'm telling you that these are my favorite, I'm gonna be wrong twice. Although taste is subjective, so keep that in mind whenever I'm telling you an opinion here. Strictly what this is, opinion based. I like that one better. I like the Statesman better if this is the Statesman. I like I like 4. Then I like 2. Yes, 4, 2, 1, 3. 4, 2, 1, 3, and these are my guesses. Everybody got that? I'm gonna write that down. 4, 2, 1, 3. 4, 2, 1, 3, and these are my guesses. Let's see what we got. You ready? Let's open these up. Drum roll, please. I can add that. 4, 1920. Boom. Got it. Easy. Light work. That is delicious, by the way. If you haven't had Old Forester 1920, you're missing out. 2 is 1910. Oh, see? 18. 1 is 1897. 1 is 1897. And then 3 is Statesman. 2 is 1910. What did I say? 4, 2. 4, 2, 1, 3. Dang. So I was kind of right. 4, 2, 1, 3. Old Forester 1920. Obvious winner. Number 2, Old Forester 1910. Easy work. That's in order. 1 was the 18... Old Forester 1897 beats out the Old Forester Statesman, and I think it deserves to. Looking back on it, if this is the case here, the 1897 drinks very smooth compared to the Statesman. 93 proof versus 100 proof, right? 93. What is this? 93 or 95? See, this is the 95. Okay, so they're not that far off. So that's where I messed up. Not a terrible pick though. I got a lot of numbers running through my head. Have I said that? I don't disagree with myself. I think I made the right choice. 4, 2, 1, 3. There you have it. 1910 and 1920, they just stand out. They're above the rest. 1897 making a shocking jump over the Statesman. Because I think it's the sweetness that really stood out to me on this, which I think I was picking up as that like buttery, but this one doesn't seem to have as much pepper as the 1910 here. But that's gonna be it for the day. That's what we've got. 1920, 1910, bottled and bond 1897, then the Statesman, which is very surprising to me because I hunted the Statesman for a little while. We don't get that here in Pennsylvania. Had to find it. Now I don't like it. Bottom shelf stuff. Just kidding. They're all fantastic. That's where we're going to leave you for today. If you haven't tried any of these products, make sure you go out and grab them. Make sure you check me out on Instagram, and definitely make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. We're pushing 1,100 subscribers, which is fantastic. We're really getting up there. In the meantime, don't drink and drive, drink responsibly, and as always, stay healthy, stay happy, stay drinking. Cheers, guys. 1897. Interesting.